What's your thoughts on the show?
It's good. It's amazing. It's educational.
Okay, so what you said that men do, you think men do care about women's education?
Some do, yeah.
We don't. We care about a woman being a woman.
Okay.
You guys go off and get education and forget how to be a woman. What the hell type of trade-off is that? Listen, if I bring, they'll lie if I say it, but listen, I'm going to prove something to you. Ladies in the comments who are 40 and below, tell me if you have a cookbook. And watch, they're going to lie, but I have something prepared for if they lie. Watch this. Okay, I know Ms. Resourceful. I know she got one. Look, these people don't even have the integrity to lie tonight. This is what I'm telling you.
So
Listen.
what's your point on the cookbook?
You say what?
What's your point on the cookbook?
Because listen, a woman who doesn't have we don't care about women who can come in and figure this thing out. I need you to be able to do it blindfolded, because that right there is evidence of a wife. In 2024, you ain't got no business having to look on the back of this Chef Boyardee box. That's crazy. Mac and
They should be
cheese.
able to cook it from scratch. That's what they should be doing.
You got
My mom is the best cook. She does it from scratch.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Them women are gone. She said her mom does it from scratch. Those women are gone.
And she makes a very good Arabic food.
Shout out to Miss Brenda in this situation with the super chat. Miss Brenda said, if you're here and have not subscribed to the show, please do. And Auntie, please speak up. Your comments are important to us. Okay, that's my fault. Let me take this down a little bit more. You know our people rock with you, right, Auntie?
Right.
You got any more questions, Auntie?
I do have a question.
Talk to me.
Okay. I'm dating this guy, long distance relationship, but he never talk about marriage.
He's not going to marry you. How old is he?
39.
He's not going to marry you?
Why not?
Well, because a 39-year-old has so many more options that he doesn't have to. He has options. Don't you even think he's going to marry you? I'm telling you for a fact he's not going to marry you.
So I'm wasting my time.
I wouldn't call it wasting your time. Tell me how old you are.
53. I told you last time.
Okay, 53. So
Yes.
you have passed your prime. At this age, you're going to have to get somebody who's in their 60s, or you're going to have to be willing. Oh, and we already talked. You're not willing.
But he understands me because he knows I'm religious.
No.
He knows I don't like nothing bad.
Listen, if he's 39 or 40, he's really either wanting money or sex from you. And it's really more than likely going to be money. And you've already said that you're not into the sex component, so you should leave him alone. You shouldn't be dating anyone. You shouldn't be dating anyone who isn't 60, because truthfully, they're going to be out to take advantage of you, right? Men in their 40s and things like that can go get women.
Men in their 60s and 70s are more nasty.
Yeah, but that's the options that you have. And you will find some that are ready to settle down like you. But listen, a man who is even 50 years old, he's not serious about you. He would have to be, listen, here's what I'll tell you. You would have to find you somebody of that old who is deeply embedded in Jehovah's Witness or Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, somebody who's really, really, really deeply embedded in their faith. Like a man who's got swag, a man who has options, he's not going to get serious about you. He has too many other options. They could go find a woman whose boobs are a lot more perkier than yours, who aesthetically looks better than you, who will give it up right away. And
he doesn't care. He doesn't care about looks.
Yes, he does, ma'am.
No, he doesn't.
I'm trying to help you, baby.
How do you know him? You don't know him.
Does he have a penis?
Yes.
I know him. Ma'am, don't let yourself get fooled. Now, it's cool if you want somebody to talk to over the phone, things like that, but that man is not serious about you. Yeah, it's something, and it's harsh, but it can help you get on the path to what's really for you. If you can get derailed from something that's currently wasting your time, then that means the sooner you can get onto that thing that really will work for you. You shouldn't want to be lied to. You shouldn't want to be following an endless rainbow. What you want is something that leads to a happy place. And it's realistic. Listen, don't you let no 40 or 50-year-old, is he handsome?
He's all right. He's like an 8, 7.
So an 8 or a 7 is just okay.
I show you. Hold on. If I can find it.
I'd like to hear if he's asked her to send him money yet.
No, he hasn't asked me.
Well, it's coming.
This man is trying to tell you right. If absolutely right, I agree with him 100%. There's way too many fish in the sea. There's no rhyme or reason why he would need to seek a relationship further away, wherever it is that you are. He's playing you. He's absolutely playing you. And if he's not doing it yet, he's about to. Meet you a good local man, maybe at a church, maybe at a park, something like that. Start off grassroots.
Hold on, Token Army.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how your night is going, brother.
It's going good. I'm about to crash. I just have a little bit of insomnia. I can't sleep at the moment. But
Right.
I just come across your channel for the first time, man, and you're spitting a lot of knowledge. So I'm a fan so far.
I appreciate it, man. I want you to lock in on our YouTube, man.
To tell this woman right, man. But sometimes, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said I want you to subscribe to our YouTube. That's where all of the heat comes from. The things that you see on our TikTok come from the full length shows on our YouTube, right? We go live every day. This thing that we do, man, it's a bad place that we've come to. I'm not even going to call it the government. I'll just say the higher ups have bamboozled our women to a degree that is unfathomable. Men and women are equal, all of these things. Listen, you ladies who want a man who believes men and women are equal, you are not going to get some of the perks that come by way of men knowing that they're superior to women. Men who know that they're superior to women, they do things that you guys typically like that suggest that. We open doors. We're willing to stand in front of a knife for you, things like that. When you guys say men and women are equal, things of that nature, it kind of steals from all that men have had to do to prove themselves to women, right? If men and women are equal, listen, I'm going to say this to you. I'm definitely going to say this to you. KP, if men and women are equal, then why did you tell me how I wish I would go buy a man a drink and approach him first? We're equal, remember?
No.
Absolutely.
So we're not equal.
And it's disrespectful to men to even think that, or even portray that. If somebody was to break in your house in the middle of the night, if we're equals, why is it the man has to get out of the bed to go tend to that business?
100%.
That part.
What he said was it's disrespectful to a man to even say that. And it is. A lot of you ladies who do say that, you don't know it, but this is social media. There are people who may have been thinking about climbing in your inbox because they thought you were cute or something like that. The moment they saw you on somebody else's live talking about men and women are equal, they completely changed their mind right then and there.
Yeah.
No man's going to deal with that. Because to be honest, it's a stroke of mental illness, to be honest. When you hear people who really suggest that and desire to believe it, we view you a certain way, like you're one of the broken women. Real women, they desire to let the man take lead. Auntie, here's what I'm going to tell you, Auntie. Don't let anybody use you. And if a person hasn't asked you for money, it's coming, right? They seek a benefit. Get someone who is around 60 years old and he's going to need to be really, really serious about his faith because you are. You're going to go through a lot of obstacles trying to get somebody who's cute, who's this, who's that. You don't want to get played. Anytime money comes up, that person is not for you because the truth of the matter is, outside of being in a serious relationship, a man has no business asking a woman for money. Unless we're married and we've built this stuff together, you know I've come on some hard times, things like that, but you still believe in me. You know I'm a winner. I just fell on hard times. And babe, listen, I need you. Because that's what a man and woman is for, to be honest. I'll go so far as to say, even outside of marriage. If these two are in a serious relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend, and they're building this thing to go somewhere, then I believe those two are, if they have made the commitment verbally, they're kind of responsible for each other. So men, since the beginning of time, we have taken you as you are, when you are at your worst, when you have kids by other men, and when you don't have money. So I find it very ironic that when a man is down on his luck, women view it as, I don't want no build a bob and things like that. Did you guys know that we are human and that we go through tough times too?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we become a power couple, well, I don't like using that phrase, but those of you who know, just based on your looks, your weight, and your age, you do not qualify for a high value man. But you know where you can get one? You don't. I mean, listen, you name me, listen, she disagrees. You name me any celebrity right now, any man who has his pick of woman, who has a woman who weighs 220 pounds and is not attractive. You can't.
Don't exist.
Doesn't exist. They don't do it. And I don't blame them. I shouldn't have had to turn myself into a very valuable man through all of the rigor that is associated with men having to turn themselves into something valuable. But then after I go through all of the grit and the rigor of turning myself into something valuable, I look behind me and say, it's a lot of work. I remember all it took. I think it's time for me to settle now. No, he's not going to settle. He's going to get what he knows his value is. And that's why I'm telling you, ladies, listen,
Absolutely.
if those of you who are talking about a serious relationship, KP, I'm going to tell you too, we live in a different time. You're 45. Listen, you're not going to get better. You have already started your decline. It's not to make fun of you or anything. Women lose value as they age, which is why you stop producing eggs. That is a sign of decline, right? So if I was you, what I would do?
That was by choice. But go ahead.
There's a lot of, y'all killed me with that single by choice. I'm declining by choice.
No, you said something about producing eggs. I said that was by choice, but go ahead.
Okay, but on a serious note, you guys are going to have to come to grips with reality.
Exactly.
Here's what I mean when I say reality. If I'm 4'5", see, here's what men don't do. Men don't tell themselves, hell, I'm 4'5". I'm not that attractive looking. I believe Beyonce give me a shot. We don't do it. We're not crazy. The crazy part about that, though, is men, a broke, single, 4'5" man would have actually a better shot at Beyonce than you would if the case was flipped around to a man, because you seeking a man, because women are crack fiends for masculinity. As long as a man is exuding leadership capabilities, assertiveness, and has done well for himself, that 4-foot man, he really can pull a baddie. So we don't decline like you guys do. The typical man doesn't even come into his financial stride until around the ages of 40 or 60. We get better with age. Did you know that? Token Army, talk to me.
You're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head. I believe that the women, and then like you touched on, the media has a lot to do with it, as far as these women are getting out of touch with reality. You have to be very realistic in what you bring to the table. And many of them in this crazy world, in the last few years, they believe, well, if I identify as a baddie, or if I can identify as being filthy rich, but when I go up to the gas station to go get me a Coke and I come up 2 quarters short, they don't identify as me as being rich. They identify me as being a man leaving out of the store without a Coke.
Yeah.
And that's
See,
reality.
That's men's reality.
That's
Men,
reality.
we know if we don't perform, the streets lie ahead for us. We never got the excuses to where when we fall off a bicycle, oh, come let daddy kiss that boo-boo. Y'all got that. You know what we got? Hey, boy, stop all that damn crying. Man up. We were never afforded excuses. We were told how bad it can get for us if we don't perform correctly. So that's why when we do build ourselves into something valuable, we're not selling ourselves short. Why would I? Why would I? Which that means is, those of you ladies who cannot properly assess yourself, I'm going to tell all of you women this. Those of you, I believe all of you can't properly assess yourself, which is why you have 4s calling themselves 10s. That's crazy. There is no such thing as a 40-nothing-year-old 10. There's no such thing. Those things are no longer perky, right? And even the stomach from having kids is likely to look like a wet paper bag. This is the reality of it. You can't give that man kids, which signifies a decline. So how you more effectively and realistically get into a relationship is by telling yourself, I'm probably average looking. Because once you adapt that mentality, you won't snub your nose at that guy who works for the city and swings on the back of a garbage truck every day. You won't snub your nose at him. And then you'll mess around and be in a relationship 5 years past this girl who's a 6 or a 5 and calling herself a 10, but can't get the men who date 10s because she's not a 10. It's only in her head.